No, I pulled over. I just didn't feel safe to get out of my vehicle.
Well, no, that's not what the police report.
Today's case is one you're not going to want to miss. On the surface, it looks simple. A young woman facing a charge of evading arrest in a vehicle. But when you peel it back, you'll see this isn't just about running from the cops. It's about a clash between fear, poor decision-making, and the heavy consequences of Texas felony law. The defendant, Mia Ray Herrera, claims she only drove away because she didn't feel safe. But the police report paints a much darker story, one involving defiance, marijuana, and even officers having to smash her car window just to get her out. The stakes here? Anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, and a future on the line. Will the judge buy her story of fear, or slam her with harsh probation terms? Stick with me, because the twists in this hearing are going to leave you questioning whether justice was truly served.
Here on Mia Ray Herrera.
Present, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Good morning. All right. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 003690, State versus Mia Ray Herrera. Could I have parties announced?
Deputy Pitlar for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
John Sandheimer for Miss Herrera.
All right, and probation, this is an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Herrera, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do so waive it.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Herrera, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention with a vehicle? That's a third-degree felony.
Let's pause right here. When the judge lays out the charge, evading arrest with a vehicle, that's not some minor traffic ticket. This is a third-degree felony. In Texas, that means prison time from 2 up to 10 years and fines that can cripple your finances. Notice how carefully the judge makes sure Herrera understands every word? That's because once she pleads, there's no going back. The legal system demands defendants confirm they know exactly what they're giving up: trial rights, appeal rights, and the chance to fight. This is the moment where her freedom is literally on the line.
Felony range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Herrera, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Here's where things get interesting. The prosecution isn't just offering deferred adjudication, they want strict conditions. 2 years of supervision, drug evaluations, community service, and restitution. But because the state wants accountability, even if prison isn't immediately on the table. For Herrera, this means her life is now under the microscope. Every test, every job check-in, every community service hour, one slip, and she could lose the deal and face that full felony sentence. This isn't mercy, it's probation with teeth.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be a TAP evaluation, follow whatever recommendations. MRT and defensive driving. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There has not, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community service be for your community supervision be for a term of 2 years, and there be 100 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments at this time, Your Honor.
No objections, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
At this time, no, Your Honor.
All right, so why didn't you pull over?
And here comes the big question. Why didn't she just pull over? Herrera tries to argue that she did, but the police report tells a different story. Windows rolled up, refusing commands, marijuana odor, driving off again, and finally police breaking the window with guns drawn. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a dangerous standoff. This moment is critical because it shows the clash between her narrative of fear and the officer's detailed account of escalation. Which version do you believe? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
I did pull over.
No, evading arrest detention in the vehicle is when officers, ask you to pull over, and they signify this by putting on lights behind your vehicle and asking you to pull over. So the officer in the police report said that he asked you to step out of the vehicle and you took off. And then finally, they end up having to break your window once you pulled over again. So do you not remember this night?
No, I pulled over. I just didn't feel safe to get out of my vehicle.
Well, no, that's not what the police report says. Have you read the police report?
Yes.
What it says is, they do the normal, he's driving, he approached your vehicle and gave you the reason for why he was stopping you, asked for your information. You gave him your phone and I copied down our information. I then asked her for insurance. While your window was rolled down, he says there was a very strong odor of marijuana. I told AP I had to return to my vehicle and that I would be back. He contacted his supervisor. And then he gave you more instructions. You refused to follow his instructions. You rolled up your window. He said, hey, I'm going to add more charges. You need to exit the vehicle. You refused and you drove away. I immediately contacted dispatch and informed them of the situation. I returned to my vehicle and started following AP with my emergency red and blue overhead lights and siren on. You continue to travel, and he actually puts in here every street that you passed. And then you finally pull over, and he asked you to step out. You didn't. And then he had to draw his weapon. You still wouldn't step out of the vehicle. And he told you, I'm going to have to break this window to get you out of the vehicle. You said, nope, not getting out of my vehicle. And then he ends up having to break your window. So I don't understand what you mean you were not evading.
The judge isn't buying it. Notice how direct she is? Herrera claims she didn't feel safe, but the judge points out the obvious. Refusing to get out, driving off with lights and sirens behind you, forcing police to smash glass. That's the very definition of evading. And here's the legal insight. Texas law doesn't care about how you felt. The statute is clear. When an officer signals for you to stop, you stop. Fear might be a human response, but in the courtroom, it's not a legal defense.
I mean, if you feel as though you're not evading and you want a jury trial, you're welcome to have a jury trial.
I'm content with where we're at as far as like,
So why didn't you, the officer had pulled you over, he wanted your license, your insurance. Why didn't you remain there, give him all the information? What was going on with you? Were you using drugs? Were you intoxicated? What was going on? I'm trying to figure out so I can set appropriate conditions for your probation.
This is a tactical moment from the judge. By asking about drugs or alcohol, she's digging for context. Judges often do this to set probation terms. If substance use is in play, expect stricter testing and treatment. Herrera admits she hasn't smoked in 2 weeks but knows marijuana will still show up. Translation? The officer's nose was right. And that tiny detail could explain the entire night. Paranoia, impaired judgment, and a refusal to comply. One bad choice snowballs into a felony charge.
I didn't feel comfortable or safe with the officer. I understand that me driving away was not the best decision. It wasn't the correct decision. And I understand if there's ever a point that I don't feel safe around an officer, that's not the approach to take. I truly just did not feel safe with that
All
officer.
right, and if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you're going to get drug tested today.
I haven't smoked within the past 2 weeks, so it's gonna be positive, I'm assuming, because I don't know how long it takes to get out of your
Mhm.
system.
So the officer was right when he said he smelled marijuana in your vehicle. Now the next thing, do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm a server
Where?
at Omiya. It's a sushi restaurant.
Oh, I'm your sushi. Do you make any of the sushi or you just serve?
I serve.
Okay.
And here's the sentence. 2 years deferred adjudication. Sounds light, right? Not exactly. She'll face random drug tests, field visits, job checks, a driving ban until she clears paperwork, and 100 hours of community service. This is strict probation designed to keep her on a tight leash. The judge even asks about her dream job, a flight attendant, and cleverly ties her community service to her ambitions. If she makes it into the skies, her hours get waived. It's tough love mixed with a carrot on a stick. Smart judicial psychology.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's going to be regular random UAs. Let them know that they need to test for levels. After today, there's to be no driving until you present a valid driver's license and insurance to probation. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
High school?
All right, what are you
Diploma.
planning on, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life? What's your dream job?
A flight attendant.
All right, so there's 100 hours of community service restitution. If you become a flight attendant, your community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So you need to start making plans on how you can do that.
Thank
My
you.
understanding is you sometimes get free travel.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've applied to be a flight attendant with this current situation going on. I guess, I know I probably should do my own research on it, but is
Yes.
this something that,
Here's something most people don't realize. Deferred adjudication isn't a free pass. Yes, it avoids a formal conviction, but it still shows up on your record until you take legal steps like expunction or non-disclosure. For someone like Herrera, who wants to be a flight attendant, this is huge. Airlines scrutinize backgrounds, and even a deferred felony can derail a career. The judge drops an important hint: talk to your attorney. That's a reminder that probation doesn't just affect freedom, it can shadow your future long after the case closes.
like, after the deferred probation happens?
Well, what I can tell you is this is on your record. You need to discuss with your attorney, perhaps about non-disclosures or whether or not it can be removed from your record, expunctions, okay?
Okay.
Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
And just so I understand, the 100 hours, if I become a flight attendant, I don't do them, or I still
Yes.
have to do them?
No, if you complete that, you're off to the friendly skies.
So,
So, otherwise, you can do the 100 hours. They usually will put you in the sun picking up paper.
is the 100 hour, or do I have like the 2 years to figure out to become a flight attendant? Is that what-
Yes.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
Just one last thing, Your Honor. In discussions with the state is not going to, I just want to place it on the record, the state is not going to oppose an early termination application if we should so apply.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Your Honor.
All right, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. If there is some issues you have, or you're confused about anything, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Okay. Am I able to give them the car insurance and the ID today?
You'll speak to probation and they will let you know.
Okay.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Your Honor,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. I appreciate you.
All right,
Thank
you. Have a good one.
You as well, Judge.
All righty.
So, let's break it down. Mia Ray Herrera, charged with evading arrest in a vehicle, walked out with 2 years deferred adjudication, strict probation terms, and the chance to clear her record if she stays clean. But the real takeaway? One night of panic can spiral into felony charges, probation, and lifelong consequences. The judge balanced accountability with opportunity, but the shadow of that police report will follow her until she takes legal action to seal it. Now, I want to hear from you. Was this sentence fair? Should the judge have been harsher, or did probation strike the right balance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this breakdown with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom commentary. Until next time, stay sharp and stay watching.